Hello. Today I'm going to do a little something different. Uh, I would say I was cleaning up my office, but I wasn't. I was sort of rearranging things to prepare to start to pretend to clean up my office. And I found this big book of photographs. Okay, now about I guess 5 years ago, I followed one of the sort of promotional things on Facebook to gather up a whole assortment of pictures that I've posted on Facebook over the years. And I think this starts around 2017 and goes right up to maybe 2023. And it just sort of picks them at random. So I don't think I don't recall anyway picking out individual ones. But this is the cover of this book that they call my past book. So I thought I wouldn't go through the whole thing, but there's such beautiful color enlargements of these pictures, and they're sort of in hard copy, and I'm sort of glad we did it because we're uh, hopefully transferring a lot of our electronic photographs into actual pictures, and somebody at class, Jeremy at class, is going to help us do that. But anyway, this is a photograph of me and Helen Parsons Smith at the Huntington Library and Botanical Gardens in San Marino. And I'm not sure what year this is. Maybe it's, I'm not sure what year I posted it, but this was quite a few years ago. I was still had brown hair and a beard and stuff. And there's this statue of Bacchus squeezing grapes. There's a whole arcade, beautiful arcade leading up to a fountain there at the Huntington Gardens. So I'm going to try to show you a few of these because they're pretty damn interesting. At least they are to me. And this is how they do it. They put a couple on a page. I have no idea what that blurry thing is right there, except maybe I was trying to take a picture of a flower. But here's a photograph of, I'm going to get it a little closer here. Photograph of me. I was at some kind of a tarot conference. I believe it was in Denver. And let's see what year that says that is. 2017. Okay. It gets better. Okay. Let me turn the page here. This is what it shows. Now, I posted all of these on Facebook. So there's a business card I made. It says, Thelemic. I do not worship the sun. I do not, what is that? I am not, I do not reflect the sun. I do not embody the sun. I do not represent. Herald, what is herald? Absorb. Transform. Let's see, reflect. I don't do all that. I am the sun. And here's, I threw this together, keep calm and swift as a trodden serpent, turn and strike. And there's a picture of my traveling magical weapons. I put them all in a little box. And there's, that's my, an OTO disc presented to me by Phyllis Seckler on the occasion of my first degree initiation in the OTO in her and Grady's garage. And here's something a quote that I thought worthy of posting anyway. The Qliphoth of Osiris manifested the Aeon of Osiris, but the adepts of Osiris labored to evolve to bring into being the Aeon of Horus. The Qliphoth of Horus manifests the Aeon of Horus, but the adepts of Horus labor to evolve to bring into being the Aeon of Ma'at. Okay, I thought that was worthy of a quote. Here's a couple other things. Oh, there's a picture of my wand. Okay, the ultimate magical dick flick. And there is, I believe I was speaking at a Bay Area Tarot Symposium. And I put that halo on. There's my cluttered desk. And there's a picture of Constance and me at my concert at the Chance Theater, I think it's called, in Anaheim a few years ago. Okay, that's me in London, sort of right out in front of and next door to the Atlantis bookstore. And there is the artwork of the old Kindle edition of Accidental Christ. There's my Enochian Pantacle made out of the melted wax of many, many Gnostic masses. And here's the screw up. Tarot card number 23. The screw up stands where he shouldn't stand, says things he shouldn't say. Lets opportunities slip through his hands and screws up every day. Incompetence is the catalyst. The screw-up's decree is clear. By blundering, you'll be transformed to greet the coming year. Okay, I'm going to... There's, 2018, Happy New Year's from the DuQuettes. And there's a picture, I believe this is in 1980, of us presenting the Adam Weishaupt Illuminati Award to Dr. Timothy Leary. And there's the award in his hands there. And there's some artwork from Son of Chicken Kabbalah. And Weiser, at their, I guess, 60th anniversary or something, put together a little booklet of famous quotes from their authors. And I'm in a couple of those. I think it's all in your head. You just have no idea how big your head is in that. And there's a picture of me that I took myself, because no one else will. And here's little promos for the Son of Chicken Kabbalah in a presentation that I did at Pantheacon way back in 2018. And here's probably 1965, Constance and me out at the Loop River. It was pretty dry. We were both in high school there. Here's more Chicken Kabbalah stuff. There's a cube of space. Here's the menorah of the 7 double letters, etc. And here's something also from the Chicken Kabbalah. Our holy order has no name. We meet only when and where our dreams intersect. And that's from Son of Chicken Kabbalah. And here I was doing a little concert at a Pantheacon, I think the second to the last Pantheacon. And everybody threw their panties up on stage as an ovation. Okay. Here's just a painting by Constance, Resist Willful Ignorance. And I think I'm up in Vancouver here goofing around in a car. Constance and I in Laguna Beach in a United Against Hate anti-Nazi rally, actually. And there's me, I believe, at an Earth Day parade or a march in Manhattan a number of years ago. And I marched along with the Buddhists in that one. And there's a little snapshot from a video of a song I did, Nature Boy. And there's Constance's, remember all ye that existence is pure joy. And I thought that was sort of ironic, side by side with the Pietà. And there's me with a Enochian ring someone was kind enough to send me. And somebody sent me that statue of Crowley too. And I believe I was in Amsterdam, not Amsterdam, but where was I? I was in Sweden, I think, when staying with somebody, and that's their beautiful antique I'm standing in front. There's our house in Costa Mesa, getting ready for Monday night class. And this is Babylon's mother. This is Lucinda, my mother. And she's tasting something in the kitchen there. And here I am. I believe this is in Dallas. No, this is in Oklahoma City. At a talk just before Gnostic Mass. And there's Constance and I when we were first married. I was married in that sweatshirt right there. And another kind of quote. There's the breastplate of the High Priest of Israel that was taken at a Masonic at the Washington Masonic headquarters there in Alexandria. Here's a quote that's worth: mortals never learn from stories how catastrophe becomes, how above the victor's glories and the trumpets and the drums and the cry of millions, Master, looms the shadow of disaster. And there I'm on the TV show, Beyond Something with George Nuri. There's Constance and I at Yogananda's Encinitas retreat, SRF retreat. Constance and I are looking at each other, and I'm actually saying, this is true, I'm saying, try not to look mean. And here's another demonstration we went to in Laguna Beach a number of years ago. I wrote a campaign song against Dana Rohrabacher there. He was defeated too, thanks to my song. And this could be put up right today, but it wasn't. This is back in 2018. Constance and I were marching against ICE. We made these homemade signs: crush ICE, abolish ICE, and decriminalize immigration. And can you believe this? It was that many years ago, and this is still in the news. Deportation is white supremacy in action is my sign there, my homemade sign. And where it says ICE there, the A is a Ku Klux Klan white-robed figure for the I there. And there's Charlie D. Okay, there's Charles D. Harris. This is Charlie D. and Milo. This is probably 1969 or 1970. And another sort of promotion for the son of Chicken Kabbalah. I know this is probably boring to lots of you, but I thought I'd go through other things here. See, there's how the menorah works out with the 7 double letters. There's Chicken Kabbalah. There's Mike Conlon of Wiser Books, being the business chicken, promoting son of Chicken Kabbalah. And you see some of those pictures are printed twice. Okay, and let's see what else. Let me just sort of randomly go through a few more, because we have, now that's corn that Constance actually grew. Okay, and here's a sign I'm mocked up. Religious cynicism is not a replacement for wisdom, and lodge dues cannot purchase wisdom or illumination. And there's happy Ganesh stuff. Let's see what else we can just do at random. Kabbalah is meant to help you transcend the monkey chattering mind, not to get you lost in it. And there's Ask Babylon. There's Constance and me at the Orange County Fair. Okay, we're just about through here. Let's see if I can, here we are at the Huntington Gardens, and once again, in front of that same statue, there's Constance and our son, that's our grandson, Alex, who's now going to college in Hawaii. Wow. And here's words of wisdom. Just remember, you don't have to belong to any organization to be a Thelemic magician. You don't have to be a Thelemic magician in order to gain enlightenment. You don't have to gain enlightenment in order to be relatively happy in this incarnation. And you don't have to be relatively happy in this incarnation in order to fulfill your ultimate destiny. Let's see. Okay. And I wonder what we end up with. Well, there's me at the beginning of the Mass of the Phoenix. East of the altar, see me stand with light and music in mine hand. And there's Constance in front of Carla, our car, with her chicken hat on, and as I guess at the beginning of the pandemic. And there is the beautiful golden hawk. That was a gift by Shane Schubert 40-some years ago. Okay, we'll close with this one. There's Crowley and Rose. Now, see that band? Okay, this had to be like 1960. Let's see if it actually says. Yeah, 1963. I'm the guy right there. That's me with my funky, I don't even know the brand name of that guitar. And we got sneakers on. Notice mine are the dirty sneakers. And we had cardigan sweater. This was the Sonics. And a wonderful lead guitar I'm standing next to. Ed Kochi, Dan Beatty on drums, Randy Crumlin on guitar, and our bass player, was 22 or 23 years old, married guy. Uh, all of these guys were older than me. I was the kid in the band. Okay, and here is a picture of Alan Moore, and I was very proud that he gave me a good plug there to get the flavor of magic. You could do a lot worse than a couple books by Lon Milo DuQuette, and then he talks about My Life with the Spirits. And finally, the spirits don't obey the magician, they obey the magician's God. So invocation is the key. Okay, that's a little trip through the photo album of Babylon. And it's a change of pace. Anyway, I got to get to work today because I'm working on the new edition of Homemade Magic, which has been out of print for many years, and we'll soon be back in a beautiful new incarnation. Until then, for Saturday morning cartoons, tomorrow morning, continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.